The short trip to Bogor. Last Sunday, my mother and I did a little trip to Bogor. We stayed one night there and had lots of fun. We departed from Jakarta at Saturday morning. It was about 9:30 when we left our house. All the luggage had been packed from last night, and we were planning to get snacks on the way to the hotel at Bogor. Therefore, we zoomed to the highway until we found out that there was a car crash. So the traffic was slowed 35 minutes. But fortunately, the GPS offered us a shortcut by exiting the nearest road nearby. So we went through there, but the road we were cutting short was small, crowded, and full of trucks, because the area surrounding has a lot of factories. Therefore, the cars that went that way were struggling and having a hard time getting through the road. But we eventually got out of there and went on our way to Bogor. The highway finally showed the sign to Bogor, and we immediately took the exit. I was so excited because I have not been in Bogor for a long time, and I miss this town so much. I used to live in Bogor when I was elementary school, but then I moved out to Jakarta when I was in 4th grade. When we see the first view of the town, we were so pleased by the sight of it. The road was so wide and lots of public transportation. The icons of Bogor, deers, and kujang, a West Javan traditional weapon, were scattered everywhere as city ornamentals. Viewing the old Bogor was very nostalgic for me personally, but this town has changed a lot since I left. The infrastructure and buildings has been improved by the mayor, which makes the place more eye-pleasing. Before we got to the hotel, we wanted to get snacks first. So we got to the supermarket and got some food. But then it was already lunchtime, so we headed to a nice restaurant and had lunch. Afterwards, we got into the hotel, checked, and went to our room. On the evening, we went out to get dinner. We were planning to get out at 4 sharp, but it got delayed half an hour because we were too tired. And so forth, we got to a widely known restaurant serving pizzas and hot plate dishes. On the way there, it started to rain. Bogor is known by the cliché rain sound, so it matched the conditions at the moment. The town was very beautiful when it's raining. The rain creates a nice, comfortable, and soothing atmosphere on the town. On the restaurant, we had black pepper noodle hot plate and Hawaiian pizza, and it was delicious. The restaurant was very crowded, and there was a lot of people waiting, so there was a queue waiting in line to eat, but thankfully, we were early, so we didn't have to wait. We went back to the hotel and enjoying the rain, which lasts until night. When we got back to our quarters, we showered and laid back for the rest of the night. We watched old movies, documentaries, and shows while eating our snacks until we got to sleep at 11:30. In the morning, we planned to go to Kebun Raya Botanical Garden, so we got up early in the morning. Breakfast was already served, so we ate quickly and then we zoomed off to the car. When we got there, it was already crowded outside so that our car cannot park inside. So then we got to a parking lot near the garden and walked to the rest of the way. We enjoyed the fresh air inside the park, and it was so relaxing to see the greeneries around us. We saw old trees dating back to 1850s towering up the sky and covering us from sunlight. We took lots of nice pictures together there when the sun was getting quite high and there was a lot of patrols around the garden, and it looks like the president was getting to the Bogor Palace. So we headed back to avoid crowds who wanted to see the president and got back to the hotel, showered and packed up. At 11 we checked out and got some food souvenirs from Bogor and had lunch. Around 1 o'clock we were already heading back home to Jakarta. Bogor is such a lovely town and overall a nice place to be in. It has such a soothing atmosphere to live in. I hope I will get back to this place as soon as possible.